Not going to do everything to eliminate a big deficit of rain that we've got, but we're going to get plenty tomorrow.
No, yeah, and people say, will this fix it? Well, no, I mean, we're 8 or 9 inches in the hole, but it's better than it not raining. So,
Yes.
we got that going for us.
As we said, you just don't want 3 or 4 inches in a short period of time.
A couple hours is what seems to be our threshold right now. So that's our biggest concern with Elsa. We got some downpours starting to build out there right now. It's interesting because Elsa, and I'll show you in a second, is way, way south of us, but some of that tropical moisture is kind of already advecting into this storm system. So you see a few more downpours out there, and that will continue overnight tonight. But this is it's got everything, this radar picture. We've got Elsa down here moving into Virginia. I just blanked there for a second. Virginia, and a couple tornado warnings in there as well. And then we've got some severe weather in New York, and we're on the edge of this, but the moisture is starting to move into this front for us, and that's why we'll see some extra downpours overnight tonight. That's tropically infused. It sounds good when it's a drink, not so much when you're talking about rain. We'll see the heaviest rain tonight, most likely over northern Maine, but this will be it for them because they're not going to see much when Elsa actually comes through tomorrow. Most of us wake up tomorrow, it's cloudy, a couple of showers, nothing too heavy, but by late morning it starts to get a little bit heavier, and this is Elsa coming through the Gulf of Maine through the middle of the day. Some heavy rain over southern Maine about 1, 2, 3 o'clock, and then 3, 4, 5 o'clock over the mid-coast. The heavy rain will move through there, and then down East Maine will be around dinner time up until about sunset. And then it is quick moving, and it gets out of here by midnight, which actually is going to help us a lot. When we talk about tropical storms, tropical systems of any kind, and flooding, usually the steering flow is slow and they sit there. We're not going to have that in this situation. As far as wind goes, you hear tropical storms coming, you think, man, going to batten down the hatches, but you really don't here because the winds will be out over the ocean, and even that, they'll be 40, 45 miles an hour. So mariners obviously need to be aware of this, but certainly our fishermen and lobstermen have seen bigger storms than this, quite a few, especially during the winter. I think onshore we're looking at 35 miles an hour on the high side for gusts, so I don't anticipate any damage there. It's all about the rainfall amounts, which will be broadly 1 to 3 inches. Now this model gives you a good general idea of rain, but it won't be able to pick up on the small scale differences where we see a couple of downpours and heavier pockets of 3 or 4 inches of rain. And those are the areas we're going to have to watch closely tomorrow. Maybe we don't develop any, but chances are we'll have 1 or 2 pockets that have heavy rainfall that we'll see some flash flooding. And that's where this flash flood watch comes from. It's all up and down the coastline. Notice the mountains are not involved in that. That's because tropical moisture is low level moisture and essentially can't get over these peaks. So the other side of the mountain won't see much rain at all. Marine forecast seas around 3 to 4 feet, gale watches in effect. And I had some people saying, well, it sounds like maybe you're downplaying it too much. We're going to have big waves. People shouldn't stand on rocks during it. And yeah, like I almost feel like that's pretty obvious. So we have big surf. Don't go out there and stand on slippery rocks during the storm tomorrow. But for most of us, we'll be fine. And I buried the lead, Pat. After that, it's nice. The weekend looks great.
Yeah. So that's something to look forward to.
Yes.
Just don't get swept away and you'll be fine.
Right. I kind of feel like Mainers know better, so I don't even mention that.
Generally speaking, yes. But never hurts because someone's not listening.
True.